Hello, hello, my green skins, and welcome to another Orc War Chief Reviews. And today, I'm talking about an old anime, which means I'm going to be talking about a love letter anime. For me, Dominion Tank Police. Yes, I'm going to be talking about the OVA of the original series. Now, here's the thing about anime. For me, wasn't like other people's anime. Like modern people now, their idea of anime is Naruto, believe it, and One Piece. Mine was stories of epic Cybermen carrying rail guns with a hot chick next to them, or people being lost in space and not knowing if they're going to survive, or child soldiers fighting a battle against an unknown alien force. Well, I guess you've had that too. But it seems to be that I kind of had a different upbringing with anime, like most people did. My first anime, I think, was Speed Racer, Astro Boy, and a little thing called Gnostica and the Valley of the Wind. So I had a pretty interesting anime spin on stuff. But Dominion is right around that period where I was getting my hands on anime because of pirated tapes. This was a constant back in the day. Rent a store, tape what we like, give back the video. And this was a thing that a lot of people did. Now, I didn't do this in particular. I had a friend of mine who was giving me all this anime. I had both these animes, Dominion and New Dominion, and I was watching them like mad. And I absolutely loved it. And this is how I really went down the rabbit hole. Dominion was kind of my first one. Ghost in the Shell I ended up seeing later. And there was other animes I ended up seeing later, but this was the one that kind of helped me, and Slayers was the one that launched me. This pushed me into the habit. Slayers is what kept me there. So let's talk about Masamune Shiro. Masamune Shiro? I hope I'm saying that name right. This guy is the godfather of Japanese cyberpunk. Fight me. Prove me wrong. I think he is the creator of that. And in a lot of ways, it's his creations that helped propel stuff. Cyberpunk is its own story. Like I'd have to do a video, but I want to have like 4 or 5 people I know that can really talk about cyberpunk in a big way. It can't just be me screaming at the few people that are on the toilet right now. Don't forget to wipe. And he is, best way to put it when it comes to cyberpunk, it's like different brands of coffee. I know there's some people that think people are pleb for drinking flavor coffee, but Now tell me you don't want to drink this. I mean, look at that. Banana rum vanilla, baby. Banana rum vanilla. That is coffee. I don't care it's flavored coffee, and I'm a pleb for doing it. It's awesome. So there are different types of cyberpunk, and I kind of want to touch off on them a little bit, because this guy literally helped create Japanese cyberpunk, or is the creator of Japanese cyberpunk. There's your American / North American cyberpunk. RoboCop, Blade Runner. Let's see, what would be another one I'd really want to kind of touch off? Johnny Mnemonics, which kind of a little bit of everything. Then you got your European / British cyberpunk. And there I would say that's kind of debatable, because some people say Judge Dredd is cyberpunk. I'm more of a dystopian person. Then you have Japanese cyberpunk. Japanese cyberpunk is like what I'm talking about now. This guy literally has, we're talking about Dominion, we're talking about New Dominion. Ghost in a Shell is one of his big, is something that like propelled this guy. Appleseed, which is complete fucking cyberpunk. And he did kind of spear the way for other cyberpunk people. And it's kind of interesting because some people say mecha cyberpunk. Kinda, I don't know. Cyberpunk has more of a grittier look to it. And, I don't care what anybody says, Akira is dystopian. It's not cyberpunk. It's just kind of the way it is. And that's the thing about this guy. He really does have his own feeling and his own look to his style. And I kind of like what he did. Now let's get to the story of Dominion Tank Police. So, our story takes place in a far future. And in this future, crime is so bad that the police need tanks as a deterrent. It's called the Tank Police Deterrent System. And a young, plucky police biker, Leona, joins up with the Tank Police Corps. And her little crazy little friends go on some fun adventures. One of those fun adventures is her almost ending up in Child Protective Services due to the fact that she breaks the commanding officer's tank, Britain, who is a very much a Dirty Harry character, which I absolutely fucking love. There's a fun moment with that where they actually in the new Dominion series, they have a fun little moment with him, but he is such a Dirty Harry character. It's kind of fun. He even carries a Magnum revolver. Leona takes the parts of his super tank, which gets completely destroyed, and makes her own little tank, Bonaparte. And her co-pilot, Al, go on to help the tank police defeat the evil Bako and his two Puma twins, which are the two girls that were in the little beginning thing there, the cat girls. That is Dominion Tank Police in a nutshell. This is not a long series, and it's very, very short. And that's the sad thing about this. This is actually a very short series that I really think could have kept going and going and going, but unfortunately they just kind of dropped it. And next, let's get to the animation. What can I say about old animation? Something about hand-drawn really works. I hate saying that, some people are like, animation, old school animation didn't have the same. You know what? I look at what exists now and the art style that exists now with some of the new animation. I'm like, give me this old shit any day of the week. Like, I'm not saying that there aren't animators going hog and making some beautiful stuff, but I would prefer a little bit of nothingness to what exists now. And what exists now really does have a problem. And I wish that they, it's weird. Anime has took leaps and bounds to make some the most beautiful anime now that exists. That really does exist. It's absolutely stunning. And then you got it still doesn't have that grit and that kind of grime that this style of hand-drawn animation kind of has. And I kind of miss it. That's just kind of me. Now to break down the music. Well, music for anime has always been interesting for me. This isn't great, but it's not awful at the same time. I think it really did kind of have its own flavor. And it had an interesting techno beat that I know someone liked when I showed this to people. Because I keep showing people these old animes. Because I believe these old animes deserve the love that they really do deserve some real love. And that's kind of how I feel about it. Again, this guy really hasn't done much except for Ghost in the Shell lately. I would love to see him do more. And Ghost in the Shell was the series that took off, but I'd love to see him do more with Dominion Tank Police. I'd love to see another series. And there's always been talks of another series, but I want another series. That's just me. I didn't mind the CG Appleseed that came out later, but I kind of want to see this guy take this series and run with it. I want to see a 21 episode series. Like Netflix wants to fucking create stuff. Create another Dominion Tank Police. Just make sure you get him and make sure that it's this creator making the stuff. Because otherwise, I don't know. I think he's still alive. I don't want anyone making this show suck. This has to be done with the hands of someone that actually loves the franchise. So what am I going to rate Dominion Tank Police? Well, it's an all-time favorite. So I'm going to give it an 8 because it's an all-time favorite. I can't give it a lower score than 8. Just how I feel. Sorry, guys. It's how I feel. It's an 8. And I know some people will be, well, it's not an 8. But, you know, to me, it's an awesome... I like this. I still watch this on occasion. I'll put this on just to watch it. And I really do wish this guy did more than what he's... I know he got stuck with Ghost in the Shell. And Ghost in the Shell is so fucking popular. But I wish this series got more love. And I wish this got more episodes. Like Dominion and New Dominion, which I think is a superior version with better story in some ways. I wish they had done more with that franchise. I think it's a cool idea. So yeah, that's my little love letter to Dominion Tank Police and my little review. I hope you guys enjoy. And I'll see you guys next time on Orc War Chief Reviews. Bye.